Hello, Slurrydps here from Shadow Strike server. Just doing another video. Today we're going to talk about what I think is pre-raid BIS for Rogue Phase 2. Now, it's not full BIS, there are better items, but it's just what I think is more attainable and what I'll be trying to get instead of going for world drops that you're most likely not going to get, or you're going to have to spend 500 to 1000 G per item. I've done two builds here. So I've done normal, which will have the swords. And I've also done a separate build, which I've done with daggers. And I think maybe Blizzard might release a rune for rogues that has some kind of AOE, maybe like a poison AOE like they have in retail with a poison bomb, I think it is. So if they do that, I've done a separate build for that. But let's get into the sword one first. So starting with the helm, we've got Artemis Cowl, which is obtainable through Black Fathom Deeps already. So you most likely already have that. If you do have it and you win the tier as well, obviously keep this and put it in your bank. Next on the neck is Sentinel's Medallion from Warsong Gulch rep. Basically, if you're not farming Warsong Gulch Exalted or 2 Exalted right now, then you're most likely a casual. It's probably the most important thing that you want to be farming right now because it does provide a lot of gear for Phase 2 best in slot. This is by far BIS for Phase 2, the neck piece. Next, we got these shoulders from Feralis, which is from a quest. Both factions can get it. It's only a 2-part quest. The good thing with the rogue on Phase 2 as well is a lot of these BIS items actually do come from quests, so they are very obtainable. You're not actually having to worry about any drop rates. Next is Sergeant's Cloak, so you can most likely already purchase this. Just buy the upgraded version. There are better ones though. There's an engineering one. If you are engineering, I wouldn't worry about the world drops. Like I said, Zelfarag zone drop. Wouldn't worry about that. And then you got the Sarathi Highlands one, which is also from a drop. So that's why I haven't included it. So we'll just go for the Sergeant's Cloak here. Still pretty good. 4 stats and everything. And you'll already have it as soon as you get to 40. Next, Blazewind Breastplate. This is BIS. This is from a quest chain. Is a chain? Yeah, 2-part chain. Only available for the Alliance though. So very obtainable and very easy to get. If you are Horde, you are most likely going to get this, the leatherworking one. These will be very easy to get as well. It'll be cheap. I wouldn't worry about this 0.1% raise fan down. So instead of 23, 5 stem, 3 attack power, basically, you're dropping 8 agility and 3 attack power. So bit of a drop if you're Horde. Horde did have the advantage in Phase 1, getting the belts and the helm that Alliance couldn't get. So it looks like Alliance will have the advantage in Phase 2. Now, the braces are Exalted Warsong Gulch. However, you cannot purchase these braces yet. I am Exalted with Warsong Gulch. They're not at the vendor. All the other gear is at the vendor, except for the pants. So not quite sure what is going on with this. Maybe they just haven't put it into the game yet and they'll wait for Phase 2. Maybe you'll never be able to purchase it and they've completely taken it out of the game. If that is the case, I'd probably go the Scarlet Monastery. I think 14 attack power might be better than 8 agility. So I'd be going these. If you're farming SM to level and it never drops, you could easily just go the leatherworking. They'll be really cheap to make. Next, again, Warsong Gulch will provide you with Protector Sword. 8 strength, so 8 attack power. It's got the slow speed. Now, Protector Sword is better than this if you're running Saber Slash. because the top end damage is a lot more. So this might be higher DPS, but the speed is too fast. You want the slow speed, which is why Protector's Sword will be better. So going Protector's Sword again, you'll have BIS Sword off the bat if you farm your Warsong Gulch rep. Next is Jinsu Sword. So this one is actually a BOE. It's the only BOE that I'll actually try and buy. It's the reason why I've put it in is because it's got the great stats: 8 agility, 4 strength, and it's a really fast attack speed. For rogues, you want really fast on your offhand, and you want really slow on your main hand. So this is the one that I will pump some gold into, and the only one that I'll bother doing. Again, though, if swords are the meta, it all depends on what the runes are. If you don't want to buy the BOE, you are kind of limited for swords, so you'll probably end up going daggers, maybe just a Sentinel's Blade. Again, Warsong Gulch rep, so you'll have that off the bat. This is just as good. The only reason why I think the sword is better is because humans, I'm playing human, humans get the +5 to sword, and also you'll be specking in your talents, and you'll go sword specialization, which gives you a 5% chance to get an extra attack. So with the talent, swords becomes a lot better in the offhand instead of running the daggers. But like I said, Sentinel's Dagger from Warsong Gulch will be good enough. The gloves. Most of you already got Void Touch leather gloves. I, however, am not running leather working on my rogue. I'm running engineering for the PvP aspect, and then alchemy to make gold. So I'll be going for this from Feralis. If you're in the same boat as me, I think this is just as good. 10 attack power, 9 agility. Better stats, you're just missing out on the hit. However, again, in talents, you're going to get 5 out of 5 precision anyway. So I'm pretty sure you will be hit capped. Because I think you just need the 5%, if I'm right, to be hit capped. So you don't actually need that plus 1% on the gloves. These are obviously by far the best. I'm not sure you fight any undead though, because we're doing Noma. So 20 attack power against the 10. But you're missing out on the 8 agi. 1% crit. Again, this is going to be like 500 gold though. Wouldn't worry about it. I'd be going Prats. Easier to get. It's from a quest. 1-star quest. It's Alliance only. Again, Alliance with the advantage. If you're playing Horde, probably go this RFD one. 8 strength, 8 agi. You're only missing 1 strength, 1 agi. Oh no, you're missing 2 strength, 1 agi. So pretty much the same. 2 attack power, 1 agility. So Horde, we're going for RFD, 63% drop rate. It's pretty good drop rate. Alliance will be going for Prats. Next, we're on to our Arathi Basin. Another reason why you should farm your Warsong Gulch rep now is so when you hit 40, you don't have to worry about Warsong Gulch. You don't have to ever do it again. The battleground sucks. You'll be able to do Arathi Basin, best battleground in the game. You'll have a lot more fun, and you'll be able to farm your best in slot gear off the bat. So BIS belt is AB. 30 attack power is absolutely massive. Compare that to the next BIS at Mara is 15 agility. 30 attack power over 15 agility all day of the week. And then this is even further down. So that's by far your BIS. Arathi Basin Honored. You can get that Honored before your first raid if you're giga nerding it like me. Otherwise, you easily get it in your first week. Got to remember, they'll have the world event going. So we had Ashenvale this time. Next time it's going to be an STV. People are predicting that will get you Arathi Basin rep. So it should be easy to get to Honored. Next on the legs, Griffin Rider's leggings. 15 strength, 15 agility. By far, BIS 21 agility. Yeah, that's a bit far off. This probably isn't going to be in it because Noma is going to be a raid. Don't know if they'll have the same gear. And then this is way off. So 15 strength, 15 agility from the hinterlands. Long quest chain. Again, alliance only. So Alliance having a massive advantage in phase 2. Again, though, love the quest chains, getting the loot from the quest chains. You don't have to worry about drops. You don't have to worry about anything. You just go, you do the quests. So easy. Get it done in the first day. For Horde, again, you're going to just go Nightscape pants on the leatherworking. So leatherworking again, if for Horde, probably end up with 3 leatherworking pieces. This Searing Gorge one, very, very slightly better. Like the slightest, but you also got cloth. So I honestly would probably just rather the leatherworking just because of the armor difference. And also you got to do Searing Gorge. It's like a level 50 quest. So I wouldn't even bother about that. If I'm Horde, I'm going straight the leatherworking ones. But Alliance, again, Hinterlands, Quest, Griffin, Riders, Leggings. Next, onto AB again. Now, this STV one, 7 Strength, 9 Agility, has better stats. Instead of 9 Agility, you've got 8 Agility. So you're missing out on 1 Agility there. And you're missing out on 1 attack power from the Strength. However, run speed increase slightly is by far going to outweigh anything else in PvE and PvP. In PvE, you only need 1 boss where you might have to do some running around or whatever, or even just running into the boss to pull. That's going to outweigh the extra 1 agility, 1 attack power on pull. And out in the world or in PvP, the run speed increase is massive. Also, 10 stamina is absolutely massive for PvP. So definitely be going for Arathi Base and Revered with the boots. They also look cool because they look like Night Slayer. Onto the rings. Mason's Fraternity Ring. ZF, this is a quest that both sides can get. It's not a chain. So just get the quest from Gadget, go do ZF, and you get your best in slot ring. Very easy, very attainable. We'll get this on day 1, surely. As soon as you hit 40, go do a ZF with your group. Bang, you got your best in slot ring. Next best in slot, again, Warsong Gulch, Protector's Band. So by doing Warsong Gulch, Exalted, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 best in slot items off the bat. Moving on to trinkets. Avengers Void Pearl. Everyone should have this by now. It's dropped off Black Fathom Deeps. If you don't have it by now, you're extremely unlucky. The other one will be Arena Grand Master. So if you followed my guide on how to get all the quests lined up for turn-in, I have put in some updates. So you can now get level 29 off the first 5 Stockades runs with all the quest turn-ins. It ends up being 33 quests that you can hand in off the bat. Those 33 quests will take you about 23 minutes. That'll get you halfway between 28 to 29. You then do 5 Stockades runs and you'll hit 29. So that, if you follow that guide, you'll get to 40 quicker. The sooner you can get to 40, you run straight into STV, do this Grandmaster thing. You should be the highest level, so it should be easier for you. Get your best in slot trinket. It is absolutely massive, especially for PvP. I will also get a third trinket. This carrot on a stick from ZF is an absolute game changer as well. I remember playing Classic 20 years ago and still using this at 60. This is a great trinket. Both factions can get it. 2-part series. Gazrilla, I think, is the last boss. So very easy to do. Carrot on a stick. You will use this until you can replace it at level 60. Next is the gun from BFD raid. So I've never actually seen this drop in my raid. So if you have, congrats if you're running it. But yes, this is what you want to try and get. So keep doing your BFD raids until you can get this gun. Also, I would be buying the Warsong Gulch one purely for PvP. So you'll use Outrunners both for PvP. The 6 stam is massive, and then for PvE, you'll run the 6 agility. So that's all the items for swords. Let's look at the talents, and then we'll go over the other build that I have. So I'm thinking it'll be combat. You kind of need Blade Flurry uh, for some kind of AOE. It'd be too hard to pass up on. So we're going improved gouge 3 out of 3. Improved sinister strike again. This will help saber slash as long as saber slash doesn't get replaced by another rune. 5 out of 5 hit is the best talent in the whole combat tree. Absolutely massive. Should hit cap you. And then we go improve sprints. This helps massively on boss fights and PvP. Reduces cooldown of your sprint. That's the main one you want. Don't really care so much about evasion on raids. Then we go into dual wield specialization, increases damage by your offhand weapon by 50%. That's absolutely massive, especially if you start using slice and dice in the boss fights. Not currently using slice and dice now, but maybe using slice and dice next boss fights. Then into blade flurry, again increased attack speed. So this goes with your dual wield spec. Also helps with poison procs, and you attack an additional target. So absolutely massive as well. This is like why currently you're forced to play combat. Going into into swords, 5% chance to get an extra attack on the same target. So again, with the 5% chance to get an extra attack, the increased attack speed and the hit, they all work together. It's all synergized. Increases your skill with sword, fist, dagger, and weapons by 3, which is essentially increasing your hit chance. Increases the damage of your sinister strike, so saber slash and eviscerate by 6%. And then adrenaline rush. Everyone knows adrenaline rush increases your energy regeneration rate by 100% for 15 seconds. So basically, when you're popping this, you're popping blade flurry. If you're caring about big numbers, sometimes you'll just pop it on the trash mobs to make yourself look good, but then be an absolute casual and not have it up for boss fights. So that's the sword one. The runes, I mean, you can't really do the runes because you don't know what the new ones are going to be, but going off what we currently have, it'll always be Saber Slash, Deadly Brew, and Venom. Again, Deadly Brew will be popping off massively with increased attack speed and increased hit and increased hit. And obviously, when you're popping Adrenaline Rush, those poison procs are going to be going psycho. So they'll be pretty fun to look at. Now let's look at the daggers. So as I said, I think maybe they could be releasing, or at least I'd like to see them release an AOE poison rune, just like they have in retail. So you're not forced to go into combat. Not sure if it would actually be better than the combat spec or not, but it'll be interesting anyway. So all the stuff stays the same. The only difference is you go to daggers. Now, if you've got some gold built up, this will definitely be worth it getting Gut Ripper. It's absolutely amazing dagger. It's your highest DPS and it's a 1.8 attack speed, so that's pretty. It's I think 1.8 is the slowest for a dagger that you can get in classic. I don't think there's any 2 attack speed daggers. If you've got an absolute giga group, no, I wouldn't even go for that. So the top end damage is actually better on Gut Ripper than it is on Light Force Dirk. So Gut Ripper is actually by far the best dagger that you can get. So save your gold up. This will be worth getting. Unless in the raid a dagger drops off the first boss or something. But I would spend gold on Gut Ripper. If you're gonna spend gold on anything, it'll be Gut Ripper. Next on the offhand, we got Black Menace. So a drop from Scarlet Monastery quest. This is alliance only. Again, alliance with the advantage. Quest involves killing all the bosses. Not sure which SM it is, but the quest is picked up in where's it picked up? In South Shore. So easy to get. Now, why is this BIS? I think because it's got a 1.5 attack speed. So out of all the daggers I've looked at, I think there was one other one. This one here as well. So this is probably what you'd get if you're Horde, the Cold Rage dagger. Where did it go? Cold Rage dagger from RFD, 18% drop rate. So just to make sure this is Alliance and Horde. Yep, so both can get this. Oh, it's a drop, that's why, yeah. So obviously both can get that. So RFD, if you're Horde, if you're running RFD, then Alliance will just go for this as well. But I'd prefer to get Black Menace from the Scarlet Monetary quest. I think that's easier to obtain because I'm going to be farming SM anyway. So you'll literally get this straight away. This you would just run, even if you're running swords, until you can get Jinsu. So that's for the items. Now the talents. Now this is again it's full speculation. If they do some kind of poison AOE rune or something that gives you some kind of AOE to go with your poisons, I'll be going into assassination. So 5 out of 5 malice, 3 out of 3 slice and dice. This is by far your most important um, talent in the tree. Slice and dice, increasing your attack speed will be absolutely popping off with your poisons. Your poison procs will just be going nuts non-stop. So that's a huge damage increase. 3 out of 3 ruthlessness. Skipped murder. So we're going to go 1 out of 1 relentless strikes. 5 out of 5 lethality. So you'd be most likely going a backstab build with assassination, obviously because you're running the daggers. I think backstab would still be better than mutilate, but again, that would also depend on what kind of runes come out. Into vial poisons, 5 out of 5, so increases damage done by your poisons. Again, this synergizes with slice and dice. Your slice and dice are proccing more poisons. The poisons are proccing more damage. 2 out of 5 improved poisons increases the chance to apply poisons to your target by 4%. 1 out of 1 cold blood giving you 100% crits. 5 out of 5 seal fate. Your critical strikes from abilities that add combo points have a 100% chance to add an additional combo points. This actually synergizes well with ruthlessness and relentless strikes. And then 1 out of 1 vigor increases your maximum energy by 10. So this, in my opinion, would be a way more fun build to play. Basically, you'll be doing insane amount of poison damage, and your combo points will be ticking over really fast. So instead of in the fights that we have right now, you can only use maybe 2 5-point finishes, and then the boss is dead. In this, you'll be able to be using a 5-point finisher. You'll probably use 1 combo builder, and then you'll have 5 points again. So you'll just be spamming slice and dice, rupture, and you'll be able to use eviscerate. So you'll be able to use all 3 of your combo point finishes. As for the runes, again, you need to wait for what the runes are coming out, but you'll be going. I'd probably go Deadly Brew over Slaughter from the Shadows, just for the deadly poison. I think might out DPS the extra backstab. Envenom, of course. And then a Saber Slash. Yeah, I think backstab would be better. I think Shadow Strike. Or maybe Mutilate. You'd have to check, but Either Mutilate or Shadow Strike. Yeah, if you went Mutilate, then you probably wouldn't go Cold Rage Dagger because you want 2 slow offhands. So you would have to change the offhand dagger to Sentinel's Blade. So that would be your BIS for daggers. And then probably Mutilate, I guess. Might actually be better. And yeah, so that's me best in slot phase 2 for Rogue. If you found this helpful at all, please give the video a like. Feel free to comment on what class I should do next. And until then, I'll see you next time.